Hello, good morning. It's so good to be back with you again. This is Pastor Brad from New Covenant United Church of Christ in Williamsport, and I'm here with Storytime. It's been a few weeks since our last episode. I wasn't sick, but I did have to quarantine for 2 weeks because of exposure. Feeling fine, never had any symptoms, all is good, and it's so good to be back with you. And this week, this episode, and in a couple weeks, our next episode will feature Christmas stories as we're moving towards the celebration of Christmas and the celebration of Jesus' birth. And our story this week is titled No Room at the Inn. It's by Nell Navillus and illustrated by Jody McCallum. Hazier and Miriam were very busy helping their father run his inn. It was a busy time of year with crowds of people from all over Judea. The inn in Bethlehem was never before had Hazier or Miriam seen such crowds. They were working overtime with Mama and Auntie cooking all day and night, and Father and Uncle taking care of the guests, the horses and the camels and the donkeys. Miriam helped keep the inn clean and wait on the guests and help of the animals. Bring me some more hot water, Miriam, Auntie would call out. Hazier, take these donkeys to the side lot, Father would comment. Where is that plate of bread and olives, Mama would demand. We don't have enough hay. Put these two children in bed, and so on. There was an awful lot of chaos going on at the inn. Late one night, when the grown-ups were busy with the largest crowd ever, there came a knock at the door. Since everyone else was busy, Miriam answered, calling to her brother to come and help. A family stood at the doorway, very tired and dusty from their long journey. May I help you? Said Hazier, letting Miriam know with a glance that he would take charge. Do you have any room for us? The man asked. He wore a brown robe, a rough cloth, and sandals. He held by a rope a weary little donkey, which bore on its back a lovely woman in blue who smiled at them. Miriam could see at once that the woman was expecting a baby. We're filled up, said Hazier. It seems everyone in Judea wants to lodge here. Miriam added, there are many other inns in town. The man shook his head. We've tried everywhere. There are no rooms, and my wife is very tired. She needs to rest. Hazier and Miriam shared a glance with each other. Let me run and get my papa, Miriam told the young family. Miriam ran to the central room of the inn, where a few lodgers lingered at their tables, eating her mother's fine lamb stew and nibbling on sweet cookies and talking with her father. Papa, you must come. She tugged at his arm. All right, what's this all about? Papa joined Hazier at the door where the young couple and their donkey were waiting. Papa, these people are very tired, and there is no place for them to rest, Hazier said. Couldn't they spend the night In our stable? Papa looked sympathetically at the tired couple, but said, Hazir, it's cold out there, and the stable is filled with animals. It is no place to spend the night. Please, sir, said the man at the door, my name is Joseph of Nazareth. This is my wife, Mary. She must rest. Papa smiled very well, Hazir, showed Joseph and Mary to the stable. Miriam ran to get some food from her mother and some blankets for these people. Make it quick. And so Joseph and Mary were lodged in the humble stable for the night. Hazir and Miriam went to bed very late, but they couldn't sleep. A brilliant star shone through the window, and there was a strange procession coming down the road right into their stable yard. Some shepherds came with their sheep, and three exotic men on camels loaded with baggage. They clustered around the little stable as if they were looking for something. This town really is crowded tonight, Hazir whistled under his breath. He wanted to wake their father up, but Miriam hushed him. Let's sneak out and see what they want, she whispered. Then, if we need to wake Mama and Papa, we will. The soft glow of the oil lamps in the stables and the brightness of the star in the east guided their steps as Miriam and Hazir made their way silently across the yard of the inn. As they approached the cluster of shepherds, they saw the richly dressed men kneeling before the manger. And most amazingly of all, there was a beautiful little baby lying there in the straw. Miriam and Hazir worked their way closer. Joseph, tired but happy, looked and saw them. Mary smiled. Come, Joseph waved them over. See, we have a son. The baby looked at the children then and smiled, and the night was filled with peace. Glory be to God, cried one of the shepherds. Jesus Christ is born. Let there be peace on earth and goodwill to all people. Amen, said all those gathered around, and God's great love spread across the world from that moment on, bringing Hazir and Miriam and their family and all people everywhere everlasting life. This ends the reading of our story, No Room at the Inn. And as we approach this Christmas season, we too, just like Miriam and Hazir, need to make room for Jesus in our hearts and in our lives. Make room for his love and his peace and share that peace and love with all the world, just as God shared it with us that night in Miriam and Hazir's stable. May it be so. Thanks be to God. Amen. It was great to see you this morning. Thanks for joining me for the story. I hope you enjoyed the story, No Room at the Inn, with Hazir and Miriam making room in their stable for Mary and Joseph. We'll have another Christmas story in a couple weeks, and so we hope you'll join us for that story coming very soon. And we hope you'll enjoy the stories that have been posted before, and look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. In the meantime, stay safe and be well. Peace, blessings, love, and prayers. Bye-bye, everyone.